The problem lies elsewhere, not just in the sentiments of Telangana, Rayalaseema or a Bundelkhand. It perhaps lies somewhere else. It's a systemic problem. Let's get to question number 2. In this entire political tirade that political parties have been conducting, have they divided the people of Andhra Pradesh? Your protests at Osmania University or a fast somewhere else has resulted in completely dividing the society on these lines.
No, they were never one. Till now, the Andhrites and Telanganites, they have not lived like brothers, okay? There are a lot of disparities. We have been deprived of our jobs, our water, our resources, everything. Everything has gone to Andhrites.
People are talking about a differentiation between Telangana and Andhra. In my own class, there are loads of people who are from Telangana. But do I discriminate them? Enough of you discriminating on basis of sex, race and everything. Now, in the name of region also, don't you think all this is something similar to the racist attacks in US and everywhere?
Can the people of Andhra Pradesh and Rayalaseema be responsible for the state's neglect of Telangana?
Lot of agreements, lot of pacts, everything. No, not even a single agreement is implemented. No, not a gentleman agreement. Because we were an independent state. We were never with Andhra with Madras.
Do you really believe that for a farmer in Telangana or for a farmer in Rayalaseema or for a farmer in Andhra, that this sentiment is what matters more, or is it his bread and butter that matters more? Is this just a political creation?
When primordial passions are roused, people forget their real interests. So we must not judge by these momentary passions. That's exactly what politicians thrive in. They have definitely succeeded in sowing the bitter seeds of hatred and division right now. But people don't remain the same. Ultimately, we understand what is in our best interest, and eventually the farmer, the student, who are the kids who are dying? Who are the kids who are facing the lathi charge? It's not Madhu Yashke's kid and my kid and Payaval Keshav's kid. It is the poor kids who have no chance. People who don't have properties. People who see no opportunities.
Do you agree that India of 2009 does not have the space for such sub-regional feelings of dividing people?
One should have taken it up from their mind, asking for a smaller state. Asking for a state is not an anti-national. A separate state movement is different than secessionist movement. So let's not term looking at this separate Telangana movement is a secessionist movement. This is kind of propaganda is going on, which is not correct.
It's a different school of thought. Small could be better or small could be worse. We have a Chhattisgarh experiment where it is being totally unruly. We have today's Indian federal structure, if you see, the larger the better, the larger the negotiating strength with the union government. Precisely that's what is driving the major parties to become these weaker states and these stronger governments. So there cannot be a clear-cut division that the smaller is better.
Let me ask the third big question. Do you believe whether it's the fast of K. Chandrasekhar Rao or whether it was the resignations put in by MLAs across, how many of you believe it is just drama?
What is happening now is an orchestrated drama.
You have been in the forefront of the movement. How much do you trust K. Chandrasekhar Rao's fast?
Now the movement is not in his hands. It went to the people, the real people, real students. Now it is not in his hands.
Do you believe he was serious in his fast?
People know, let the people decide and all the political parties decide.
All right. We don't have a TRS voice in on this show, but we did try and put the same question across to K.T. Rama Rao, son of K. Chandrasekhar Rao, earlier in the day, and this is what he had to say.
It's not just the TRS which moots the cause. It's all the parties and all the public representatives in the region that have come out openly and said, we want Telangana. Today, as you rightly said, there may be some people on the other side asking for a united Andhra, but there's not a single voice in Telangana which is seeking united Andhras.
Many say that maybe you are serious, but several others who have put out their resignation letters are just enacting a drama.
It's very false to believe that kind of a scenario because resignation is not a child's play. We have to answer when you go back. You have to tell your people why you did. In case if there's someone has to take back, it's a foolish. I mean, he's ruining his political career. It's impossible for him to take back in this kind of a scenario right now.